Hello guys, welcome to Renee's channel today. So today we're going to talk about my dental experiences I've had in my life. And I'm going to tell you everything, starting from the beginning. So I had crooked teeth when I was little, and I had stuck these two fingers when I was still a baby. That's what I sucked on, and I sucked on them for too long that my teeth got crooked in the front. And I'll show you a picture in the next page. Basically, when I was 12 years old, I had to get 4 teeth pulled for braces. Later, my wisdom teeth came in as I grew up, and I had to get all 4 wisdom teeth pulled when I was young. It's best to do it when you're younger because it's easier, and then you don't have to worry about it later in life, because I heard it's a lot harder to get them out when you're older. Let's see, after that I just started, my health has been a hazard for me, so it's been hard on my teeth because I suffer from severe acid reflux, and even though I'm on medication, like, it doesn't always work all the time, like my body can reject it. So the acid, when I do get sick, puke or whatever, it hurts my teeth, so I get cavities really easy because of being sick, even though I brush my teeth and stuff. But anyways, age 18 to 17 years old, I started getting cavities, and they were just small cavities and stuff, and I have about 10 fillings, I believe, in my mouth right now. I don't have that many teeth because I had so many teeth pulled, but basically one day I had a toothache, and I went to the dentist, and it basically was a cavity, of course, but it was painful for when they were drilling. This time that usually doesn't happen, but this time it was really painful. And later, after that was filled, this was on my lower, and later in the years, as I got older, things started happening with my lower left molar 19. Basically, it was hurting for me to brush. So when I went to the dentist, and I told them that, and they took x-rays and nothing was found. So they, sent me on my way. Later, in 210, I went back to the dentist for my 6 months checkups. Every time it was hurting to brush, didn't hurt to eat or anything, but I knew something was wrong. Although, took x-rays again, never found anything, and they turned me away. And then another year went by, and 211 came, and it was I had a toothache so bad. And also when I came into the bathroom to brush my teeth, when I tried to brush it, I couldn't even touch it. It hurt so bad. And then my jaw started popping. So I was like, oh great, I have TMJ now. So my jaw was hurting really bad too. And that's when I was like, screw this, I'm making an appointment. And I'm basically demanding them to figure out what's going on. And then I also, since I was a dental student in 2012, I can't remember exactly. Basically, I knew, I couldn't start industrially since I wasn't problem solved anyways, but I knew how to diagnose cavities, and I check my teeth constantly because I get cavities so easily. And I diagnosed my first cavity, which was on my upper back molar 15. And it was a really small cavity at the distal of the tooth. It was small, and it was actually visible, but it was really small. I caught it quick before it could get worse. Anyways, and then I had the dentist take x-rays, nothing was found again, and then they had my hygienist check to see if under the gum was something was there on my tooth 19, and then basically they decided to do some tests. The tests are called hot cold tests. Not fun. It's kind of like nitrogen, and I don't know what other thing they do, but they place this thing on your tooth, and then it sizzles a little bit, and you raise your hand when it hurts or when it stops hurting and stuff. And I raised my hand quite a bit, and it hurt, mostly cold. Actually, I pretty much jumped out of the chair. And basically, my news was I have nerve damage. So when the dentist was drilling that cavity, he said it was really small. It's not a big deal. And I believe it was his fault because he drilled too close to the nerve, got too close to the nerve, drilled too deep, something like that. I don't really know. That dentist was whack. Basically, I was told I need a root canal, and this was when I was 20 years old. Yeah, sadly, my first root canal too. So, and then I also told them about, as I found out I needed a root canal, about my jaw problem. It was popping on this side of my jaw, and they basically said, we're gonna refer you to a different orthodontist, and this orthodontist is amazing. Shout out to Miller Orthodontics. I can't remember where you guys exactly are, but check them out. I'll leave a link below of them because they are amazing. They're awesome, they're fun, they're great. Basically, I went there, got a consult, and the orthodontist checked my jaw, and he said, basically, I have TMJ. And the other news was, he checked my bite, and he said my bite was a cross bite, and my jaw was too far forward, and I needed braces again. So braces, my second time again. For a year, I have to have them, and then I would have to get lower jaw surgery. Great, yay! Nah, I wasn't happy about that. I was terrified. I've never had surgery, and so I never had a root canal either, and I was horrified. And here's where it gets really scary. My tooth root canal was scheduled. You had to wait on the insurance to see if they cover it, but anyways, I went in for my root canal. It was 2 hours in the chair. 2 hours in the chair. And this was the most horrific experience I've ever been through. I wasn't allowed to film it, and I was pissed about that. And I also felt really suspicious about it because they let me film everything else of my appointments. And basically, I was in a chair for 2 hours. They didn't use a rubber dam. I was really angry and upset and concerned about it because rubber dams are used to keep the bad stuff out from going down your throat and keeping the tooth dry and stuff. Also, I asked for a prop since they didn't have a rubber dam, and they said, yeah, we can give you a prop. They never gave me one. I was so upset. I was on nitrous oxide. I'm really high, I'm guessing, because I almost fell asleep. Basically, and this was like the worst experience of my life in dentistry to experience because it made me get dental phobia because it was such a bad experience. They kept telling me to open my mouth over and over. And I couldn't because my jaw was sore and it hurt really bad, and they told me to open wider and wider, and I'm like, I really can't. So my mouth was open for 2 hours without a break, until like the end, I guess. I don't really remember much. But I had a major infection. So I had a major infection. Sorry guys, my camera had died. and basically he didn't put me on antibiotics right away, so that sucked. And then I got my crown prep, and that sucked really bad. Actually, it was painful, very painful. I did not like it. And then basically later I got my final crown, and then I started my braces process. And the braces process actually went pretty fast. I sure went pretty fast with them, so it was a lot different from my first experience. So I'm very, very experienced in a lot of dentistry. Basically, I had my braces ready for surgery, and they put hooks in my teeth or on my braces so they could attach elastics when they're doing the surgery to put my jaw to stay in place. So surgery day came, May 24th, 2012, and basically I was put under, and it was a 2-hour surgery. Yeah, little me, it's kind of scary to think about me being under that long. So they basically broke my lower jaw, and then they wired it shut for a second, and then they unwired it, and then they basically they put my bite and jaw back in place. And right here, you can't see, but right here and here, they took bone out on both sides. This side, more bone was taken out, and basically they put screws in my jaw to keep my bite in place so I don't have to worry about it in the future. And the reason I had this surgery was to fix my bite, because it was a cross bite. My first time with braces, the ortho was really wacko and didn't really care much. So he didn't really totally fix my teeth. He just straightened them. He didn't fix the bite. So I was cross bite for a long time. And I really didn't know that because I didn't know much. So in the future, my jaw went forward, and basically I had surgery to fix it, and so I could chew meat and foods, because I couldn't really chew my food for a while. Actually, for a long while, it was getting really hard to chew. So I had the surgery. The recovery was horrible because you have to be on a liquid diet, and you can't eat, you can't brush your teeth for months because you can't open your mouth to brush your teeth. And basically that's that. And then I got my braces off, and I got my smile. So, and my bite's perfect and everything. And then I got permanent retainers on upper and lower and stuff. And after that, I hadn't had cavities for a long time until this year. I had one little small one on tooth, I think it was tooth 20, I'm not sure, but it was really small, and so that got filled. And then now I'm going to be trying to replace my fillings to amalgam because of my health. So yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed my life experience in the dental industry of my life. Please subscribe, and please thumbs this video up. Please leave a comment below, and I love you guys. Red Ninja loves you.